Hello, everybody. So, kicking the table. First thing of the YouTube series that we're gonna do, I'm gonna do some product reviews of just like kind of the most popular nutritional supplements, proteins, just things in the general overall health, wellness, fitness field. So today I'm gonna go over the product review, at least by me, of Premier Protein. Premier Protein is one of those protein shakes. Kind of reminds me of Slim Fast, but it's not. A lot of this stuff is coming directly from their website. So I'm just going to kind of go through that. So it's got 30 grams of protein, 160 calories, 1 gram of sugar, 24 vitamins and minerals, and is claimed to be low fat. So that's just kind of the general overall of the shake. It comes in a ton of different flavors, which is nice for variety. You got chocolate, vanilla, caramel, cafe latte, chocolate peanut butter, cake batter, strawberries and cream, winter mint chocolate, cinnamon roll. That one actually sounds pretty good because I love cinnamon rolls. Cookies and cream, bananas and cream, and peaches and cream. So again, a wide variety. So that's very good. They come in 14 and 11.5 ounces. Although the ones that you'll find more often are going to be those 11.5 ounce ones. On the nutrition label. So going through that. So total amount of fat is 3 grams. Your saturated fat is only 0.5. Trans fat is 0. Cholesterol is 20 milligrams. Sodium is 230 milligrams. And what I was finding was that the amount of sodium, depending upon the flavor, is going to be higher or lower. So this is just for like the classic vanilla shake is what I'm going with. And then depending upon also those ingredients are going to change as well. Total carbs is 4. Dietary fiber is 1. So not a ton of fiber. 1 gram of sugar. No added sugars, but we'll get to that later. And then again, that total protein is 30 grams. So it's a lot for just a small drinkable thing. I know a lot of people drink them straight. I know people put them in their coffee for coffee creamer, just to add a little bit more protein to their day. So just kind of depends on what your goals are. The vitamin and mineral content, it does have those 24 vitamins and minerals. They are nowhere even close to something that would be in a multivitamin. A lot of your multivitamins are going to be 100% daily value or more. Majority of these are only at 25%. Some are lower. There's a few that are higher, like vitamin C and calcium are at 50%. But a lot of these you do have to remember are water-soluble vitamins. So that means if you don't need them at that current moment in time, you're just going to excrete it. And it will be useless. The fat-soluble vitamins are the ones that are going to be stored for later. So if you do have any deficiency in that, it could be helpful. However, it's not super nutritious. When it comes to that, again, it is going to be more used for protein than nutrients, although they are claiming on their labels now that it's an immune support. Again, 25% is not a lot. If you want more immune support, just take a multivitamin. You're going to get a lot more out of that instead. So let's go to the ingredients. So again, this is the vanilla shake. So the way that ingredient labels work is when you read that laundry list of ingredients, the first ingredient is going to be the most, like what is most in there, and then it goes down from there. So the least amount is going to be at the very last bottom part of the ingredients label. So we got water. We all know water. That's the main ingredient. Then we have milk protein concentrate. So that is actually going to be a blend of whey and casein protein. About the same type of blend that milk has. So 80% from casein, 20% from whey. What that does is the casein is something that slowly digests versus the whey really quickly digests and then spikes your blood sugar. The next ingredient is going to be calcium caseinate. That is also a casein protein. So again, very slowly digesting. I know some people have issues with casein or whey or both when it comes to their stomachs because it is either too quick or too slow to digest because it gives them massive bloating and their gut bacteria just don't really like it. So it just kind of depends on how your body does with those things. Then we have the contains less than 1%. So again, those 3 main ingredients, less than 1% of everything else. which is nothing compared to the 99% from water, milk protein concentrate, and calcium caseinate. So high oleic sunflower oil. We do like something with more oleoids. So those are a protectant. It's an antioxidant. They're found in olive oil, avocado oil. Sunflower oil, however, not a great oil to be with. Something that I wouldn't recommend. A lot of them are endocrine disruptors, and it's just not something that I would personally put into my body. The next thing on that list is natural and artificial flavors. So as I go through this, you'll notice I'm never going to say the word vanilla, even though this is a vanilla protein shake, because all of the flavors are going to be coming from the natural and artificial flavors. They're not actually going to list them. They're just going to stick that in there and call it good. Then we have inulin. So inulin is a prebiotic. It's not digested or absorbed. It is found in fruits and vegetables. It pretty much just gives your bacteria in your gut something to feed on. So that's how prebiotics work. Then we have cellulose gel and cellulose gum. So that is a food additive. It makes things have a longer shelf life. It's a stabilizer, makes food thicker or creamier, kind of replaces the fat so that you're not getting the creaminess from like milk fat. Because like I said, the protein concentrate, the casein, and the whey, all of that is derived from skim milk, not whole milk. So you're not getting the fat in there, hence the low fat labeling on this. It does come from plants like wood pulp and cottonseed. So it has not a lot of fiber, but like a little bit of fiber. If you have too much of this, sometimes it can cause diarrhea and like upset stomach, depending on, again, how you do with those things. After that, we've got salts. Everyone knows salts. Then we got sucralose, so that's Splenda, an artificial sweetener. We have asulfame potassium, again, another artificial sweetener, making it only 1 gram of sugar instead of a buttload more of sugar, just using regular sugar. Again, artificial sugars are not something that I would recommend unless you're diabetic. Then we have carrageenan. That is an extract from red seaweed. It's a thickener and a gelling agent. So again, just kind of keeping everything shelf stable. And then from there, it just goes into your tripotassium and dipotassium phosphate. So what those are is they're ionic salts that cause foaming. So like when you shake a drink and it foams at the top, that's what that is. Everything else is going to be your vitamin mineral content. That's what the rest of that label is. So what I was noticing when I was going through kind of all of the flavors here was the main ingredients are the same. The water, the milk protein concentrate, the calcium caseinate, the inulin, the cellulose gel and gum, the sucralose, the asulfame potassium, carrageenan, the tri and dipotassium phosphate, and your vitamin mineral profile. The only things that were added were cocoa, and that was cocoa powder, processed with alkali, which you actually want to have things processed without alkali, just because it takes away all the nutrient value that you can get from cocoa or cacao. Those are going to be found in the chocolate ones, so your chocolate and chocolate peanut butter. And then there's also coffee and caffeine added in the cafe latte one. All the other flavors are the exact same ingredients that I listed, regardless of flavor. Again, their flavors are coming from the natural and artificial flavoring. So the chocolate peanut butter shake has cocoa in it, but there's no peanut butter. There's nowhere on that ingredient label that says peanut butter. So more than likely that's coming from something that's artificial. In the cinnamon bun flavor, there's nothing that says cinnamon. Vanilla, there's nothing that says vanilla. Strawberries and cream, peaches and cream, that fruit itself, or even like strawberry juice or strawberry powder, not in there at all. It's all in the natural and artificial flavors realm. So that's just kind of the product overall review. Personally for me, I'm trying to stay pretty unbiased when I do these. If you're looking to just get that extra protein in and your body is okay and can digest that casein in that way, I think that this is an okay option. If you aren't able to get in like meat or beans or anything like that, because meat's going to be more natural and have this same type of profile and actually even more vitamins and minerals, because you can get pretty much everything you need vitamin and mineral from meat. So it's not like your best option, but it is like if you're in a rush and you know you're not going to be able to have enough protein, it's okay. Otherwise, this is not something that I would personally recommend to anybody who has any type of GI issues at all. If you're really, really worried about sugar content, like if you're not diabetic, I wouldn't recommend this because of the artificial sweeteners. You know, you'll find asulfame, potassium, and sucralose in pretty much every single pre-packaged item, and those aren't, you know, the healthiest things to consume because they do have side effects. So same thing goes with this. This Premier Protein, again, it is a convenience thing, but that's all I would use it for. I wouldn't use it for anything that you're drinking, something like you're not drinking this every single day. Especially because, you know, depending upon, it could cause a lot of bloating because it's a very, very slow digesting protein. So just kind of depends on how you're feeling and if this is something that you can digest. And that is the product review for Premier Protein.